Hello everyone and welcome to the Ethereal Tarot channel. My name is Alexa and I'm so thankful to have you here with me today as we look into what you need to know about them. Them being the person that you are curious about, that you have on your mind perhaps. You could have multiple people on your mind, but I would advise that you assign a person to each group that you would like to choose. If you only feel drawn to one based on the one person that you have in mind, then of course do what feels best to you and just go with your gut instincts, okay? There's really no limits to how this goes. Just do what feels best to you. With that being said, there's 4 groups here. Timestamps are in the description box for whenever you're ready to see your reading. If you find that you enjoy the reading, it would make my heart sing if you would remember to leave it a like. Let me know in the comments how it resonates for you, and of course subscribe, because I would love to have you join this community. So excited. So yeah, let's take a deeper look at each option, starting off with group 1. We have the card Gateway. Group 2, for you, we have this card of Security. Group 3, we have this card of Love. And group 4, we have for you the card Thriving. Take your time with choosing, pause the video if you need to, go back and look at each option if that's what you that's what you feel is best. But I leave you with that. Thank you for being here, of course, as always, and I shall see you very soon. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your reading on what you need to know about them, or whoever you are thinking about. So we're going to break down this reading very quickly. I'm going to look into the Tarot of Mystical Moments to get an idea of the connection between the two of you. Then we're going to pull more tarot on what you need to know about them specifically. We're going to get some advice and figure out what they will want to say to you. So let's go ahead and jump in with this reading, group 1. So, what is the connection between group 1 and the person that they wish to know about? What is the connection between them? Temperance. I do feel that you two may be at a distance from one another. Maybe one of you is in school or studying, or maybe both of you are in school, or at least just focusing on your passions or focusing on gaining some type of knowledge or education. Maybe you guys met through some type of educational endeavor. I do feel that the connection, it feels very harmonious, balanced. It feels as if there's an ease and a flow of communication. It does feel quite chatty as well. Maybe there's a lot of conversations that you have with one another that keeps you thinking. Maybe they're very curious. Maybe you're very curious. I just see a lot of mental energy within this connection. And I do want to say, for some of you, maybe there's not much talking right now because of some type of focus on other things. I want to get one more card. Can we get one more about the connection between them, please? One more card, please. Thank you. Yeah, you definitely could be at a distance from this person at this time, group 1. That's very highlighted. And with this dove here being released, I do feel there's this energy of moving away or leaving behind. Maybe one of you is moving away. Maybe one of you is trying to travel to the other person. It feels like travel is involved in some way. And I want to say with the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups, there's this wanting to be with one another or at least have time together. I'm not quite sure if this is a romantic relationship or not. I want to say it's kind of dancing on the fence between that, but also it could just be someone that you haven't seen in a while. Maybe you have been traveling a lot. Maybe they've been traveling a lot. This could also be someone within the family, or maybe you know them through family. But I do feel like they're at a distance from you. Or it just feels like there's been distance between the two of you. So that's interesting. Let's see. What do you need to know about them? Yeah, there is a bit of stillness and quiet, I do feel. So the lines of communication could have dwindled a bit, or it just feels like the focus is elsewhere at this time. Yeah, let's see. What do you need to know about them at this time? What does Script 1 need to know about this person? What does Script 1 need to know about this person? Yeah, with the Eight of Wands reversed and the High Priestess, I do feel like they're taking time away from interacting with you at this time, or it just feels like communication between the two of you may be delayed in some way, or you won't be receiving some type of insight that you've been waiting on from them. I do feel with the Eight of Wands, they could be feeling overwhelmed by tasks, or overwhelmed with the speed at which life is going for them, or just feeling like they aren't as grounded as they want to be within their life. So they're trying to really focus on how they could shift their perspective to something that does feel more long term. Let's get more. That's interesting. Two of Swords and the Three of Cups. Yeah, it does feel like they're trying to really decide how they want to approach you. And for some of you, this could be a friend as well, but I want to say with them, it's almost like they don't know how to interact with this connection or this dynamic, because it feels like they love your company. They want to be in your energy. They feel like you bring a good time when things feel a bit heavy for them. But at the same time, I do feel like they're not really taking a deeper look at their feelings at this time. They're kind of closed off to their emotions, trying to be very logical and practical. I do feel trying to really focus on how they can improve their work situation or how they can improve their financial status. Yeah, I do feel there's a lot of focus on them trying to improve their financial situation or just improve their lifestyle in general. But it does seem like there's a deep reverence for you, like they enjoy you as a person, especially the Three of Cups. It feels very friendly, I want to say, with the Three of Cups. Just a good time. But I'm not sure if they're open to anything deeper at this time, or maybe their focus is just on trying to lighten up their life or trying to lighten up their load in some way. I'll get two more cards here. Yeah, with the Page of Wands coming out, it's kind of like, I'll take it upright, but it's kind of yeah, I just don't feel they're in a very stable energy right now, group. One, it feels like in some aspects of their life, it seems as if they are not seeing improvements, or if they feel stagnant. It's like they know something needs to change, but they're confused on how to enact these changes, or they're confused on how to get things moving in the direction that they want them to move in. Maybe they're having a hard time planning ahead. And so I feel like they're wanting to, I don't want to say escape, but I feel they're trying to find things that excite them and that bring them a sense of inspiration and a spark of life, and something that helps them to feel uplifted. And I do feel like you bring this energy to them, and perhaps that's how you guys connected, is maybe at some type of party or some type of event, or maybe you met through friends. But I do feel that they really appreciate the fire that you bring. You seem like a very fun and exciting person, group one. I love that about you. Okay. And yeah, a part of them, yeah, it's very interesting with this Nine of Cups reverse on the bottom. It's like, it's making me think of Sour Patch Kids. I don't know why that came to my mind, but it's like I'm trying to really express their feeling. It's like, okay, I love being around this person. Every time we're around each other, it's just a really great time, but they distract me, or but I have to keep my distance, or it's kind of like gatekeeping how much they can enjoy the time. Because yeah, with this Two of Swords, it's like I don't want to get too attached, or I don't want to fall too deep into something that I won't be able to uphold. And with the Temperance here, it's like, yeah, trying to find a balance within this connection, or trying to come back to a state of equilibrium, come back to a state of harmony. And I do feel like this person does not like to be too deeply invested in their emotions, group one. It feels like they like to be very grounded, like they like to know what's going on, very logical, and they're more prone to move away from things that cause confusion, or they don't like to sit in that feeling of confusion. So this connection could bring feelings of confusion for them, because they don't know how to really approach it, is what I'm seeing. And yet they do find a lot of joy within it. So it's a very interesting person you're dealing with, group one. One more. We have the High Priestess on the bottom again. So we're back where we're definitely back where we started. Full circle moment. So it could feel like when you talk to this person, you kind of go in circles about certain topics. That could be kind of frustrating. I definitely understand. But it does feel like communication is not active right now. It's not completely clear, especially with the Magician reverse landing on top of the Eight of Wands reversed. I do feel as if I don't know if this person is feeling up to par enough, or feeling in their power enough to really give their energy to you at this time. It feels as if they may feel overwhelmed and depleted by other things going on in their life, and I just feel they're looking for things that could lighten their load, or that could bring them a sense of ease and calm in the midst of all that's going on in their life, but without becoming too attached to anything. Group one, that's what I really see. And with the High Priestess, it does feel like they're definitely in the Magician. I don't know, there's something you may not know. I feel like there's something they're not telling you. I wonder what that may be. I don't know what they're not telling you, but I feel like they're going through their own inner process right now. There's a lot of changes happening for them at this time, and I don't know if they're at their best right now to provide you with what you are really wanting or looking for. But with the Three of Cups and the Page of Wands, I keep wanting to come back to this energy. Yeah, it feels very exciting and exhilarating and liberating. And it feels like there could be potential, with the High Priestess. Like there is this viewing of the potential, like they see potential, but action towards that is not being taken. It's not being taken, and I just feel like there's some type of fear that's limiting this person in some way. But I want to say with the Three of Cups and the Page of Wands, for sure, focus on, if you don't know this person that well, I want to say if you do want to stay in communication, then try to, it feels like they're in a very friendly era. Like they just want to be friends, have fun, explore, just have a good time. It doesn't feel, there's no pentacles. I'm not seeing anything representing stability, so I'm not seeing that they're going to be able to provide you with a sense of stability. To be honest, it feels like they're in some type of transitional state. You also may be in a transitional state in your life, and I feel like what you need to know about them is that they could offer you a good time, but not a long time. Is what I do feel. So let's get an advice card on this situation for you, Group 1. Advice for Group 1 on this situation, please. We have Full Moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So if you've been very preoccupied with the current state of this relationship, then it is definitely encouraged to let go of any obsessive tendencies you have towards this, especially if you have been watching other readings about this person. Okay, Group 1, it's very important that you take time to see how you may be worrying to the detriment of not only yourself but to the progress of the situation. It does feel with Temperance that a lot of patience is necessary, and I feel it's really asking you to look deeper within, to where there may be some triggering happening within you based off of this connection. So how is this person causing feelings to come up to the surface that need to be released? How are their behaviors affecting you, and asking you to look beneath the surface on why you are feeling certain things. Yeah, I do feel like the situation is helping you to explore your own emotions a bit deeper and to cleanse and purify any suppressed emotions that may be from the past, or that could be caused from past occurrences with people, but this person is now bringing them up so that you can finally heal and release it. Yeah, maybe looking at your communication patterns as well. And I also want to say with this Gemini card, it makes me think of turning your attention away from what you won't be able to have clear answers to, and focusing on what will provide you with what you're looking for. Getting clear on what you're looking for as well, and also focusing on some type of hobbies with Gemini. I do get that energy of multitasking and doing different things. Anything else? We have this new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. So there's a lot of water. Okay, so I definitely feel like your emotions have been very loud lately, especially probably because of this situation is contributing to you feeling a bit more emotional. But I want to say with this card here, for one, I always want to reassure that you are safe, and I do feel that you may be looking for a sense of safety, and this person may help you to feel a sense of safety. But I also want to say, if this person is at a distance from you, it is highly encouraged that you take time to reflect on how you may be seeking that sense of safety from something that will not be able to provide you with what you're looking for long term. And I'm sorry if that's not what you were wanting to hear, group 1. But it does feel like this is a time of emotional maturity, a time of really seeing your emotional strength and revealing any repressed feelings that may need to be released at this time. And with that being said, as well, with the full moon in Sagittarius, with a look at the bigger picture, I do want to say, get a bird's eye view of the situation. See if you feel like you've been feeling valued as well within this dynamic. Just because this person is going through the transitions of life, I want to remind you that you and your worth are not tied to this person. So, this here, let whatever wants to go, and whatever wants to come, allow it to come in. So, group 1, if this situation is bringing more disappointment and sadness and negativity into your life, let that be a sign to move forward into more loving and supportive connections that can provide you with that sense of safety and warmth and stability, because the sign of Cancer, it's opposite to Capricorn, and those two signs value stability and especially emotional security and stability. So I do see that. So yeah, let's see. I made these message cards a while ago, and something just told me like this reading would be a good idea to use them. So let's just get some additional information on what they would perhaps say to you, and what else you may need to know. So for group 1, please, the person, what they say, that hesitated to come out. How could I ever let you go? That's what I'm saying with this. I do want to say, I don't want to label anything, but it does feel, with this 3 of Cups and Page of Wands, it feels quite, a little addictive. Like, it's like very enjoyable in the moment, but at the same time it feels like a hesitancy to really let go completely, because you do bring a burst of excitement and happiness, and I do feel there are moments of joy and excitement and good conversation. It feels like there's moments, but those moments maybe be clung onto, and that's what could be harmful to the both of you, quite honestly. And I do feel like they're in this questioning energy, like, why? Why do I feel this way? Why are things not a certain way? Anything else? Aw, I wish I was there with you. Yeah, I do feel like they miss you. It does. I did say it feels like you guys have been in the distance. Again, we have why. That's funny. So yeah, I do feel like they're questioning a lot of things in their life right now, including this connection. Maybe how things could improve between the two of you. It just feels like there needs to be more open and honest communication with one another about your feelings and about what you're really intending. Like, what are the intentions between you two, and will there ever be a chance to completely have that honest back and forth with one another? I'll get one more. Anything else? Okay, that's 2. And we have, I feel so deeply connected to you on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like they find your connection very comforting and warming as well. Yeah, I do see that. We have, I can't handle this right now, and my love for you will never end. So I was saying I do feel like they have a lot of deep feelings that they may not be wanting to address at this time. Literally with I can't handle this right now, it's like they just don't want to really focus on things that confuse them, because too much of their life is already confusing, I do feel. So, group one, that's what I'm really seeing with this person. There's feelings, but they're not really wanting to face them at this time. So I would say, if you don't do what you feel is best for you, take care of your needs, take care of your emotions, ensure that you're not investing too much into a situation that is draining you, and hope for the best between you, because it feels like a very sweet and fun and loving energy, but it just feels like life's circumstances are getting in the way, and divine intervention happens for a reason. So that's what I have for you, group one. That's all I can say. I hope this was informative, and I hope it helped to provide you with a sense of clarity. Let me know in the comments how it resonated. Leave it a like if you enjoyed, please, and I would be thrilled to have you in the next reading. But until then, peruse and pursue any of the other readings on my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye, group one. Hi, group two, and welcome to your reading on what you need to know about them. So, just to run down how this reading will go, we'll first start by looking at the Tarot of Mystical Moments to understand the connection between you and them. Then we're going to get more detailed and ask the big question about what you need to know about them. And finally, we'll get some advice and additional cards on what they would want to say to you. So let's go ahead and jump on in and look into this connection. So please, what is the connection between group two and the person on their mind? Immediately, it makes me feel as if this has to be in regard to maybe a mother figure, or this could literally be your mom. Or this is just someone who makes you feel nurtured. They give you a sense of care and concern. This could also be between you and a person that is helping you in some type of way. I do feel there's a big assistance energy here for you, group two. And I want to get another card, and I don't want to just leave it at the Empress. I do want to see the Hanged Man, the Queen of Wands. So yeah, this could be a prominent figure in your life, I do feel, with the Hanged Man. It does seem as if this person has a very big impact on you in some manner, some way. They could be very emotionally present for you. It feels very nurturing. It does. It does. It does feel very nurturing. And I also want to say, with the Hanged Man, it's almost like you get to let go of a certain guard. It feels very homey. So this could deal with some type of family connection or even a friend. It does feel like it's very sweet. I want to say group two. It's interesting. The Hanged Man and the Empress. Such differing things. I do feel there's a lot of other influences here within this connection. Maybe there's been things that have happened. I do feel there's perhaps not all the information that you need. There's a lot of uncertainty within this dynamic maybe some difficulty in communication as well. I'm not seeing any cards that symbolize that, but with the Seven of Cups, I do feel there could be some level of confusion. Maybe just not understanding one another. Yeah, you could be at odds with them at this time. Like you have a different perspective, or you're trying to get on the same page, but it just feels like you guys have different outlooks on life or different ways of approaching situations. But still the connection feels very warm and nurturing. So it does make me feel as if there is some type of family bond, and maybe if not by blood, I just feel like you guys are very deeply connected, and they feel like a very prominent figure in your life. So let's see what you need to know. Let's see what I need to know. Okay. What does group 2 need to know about this person? We have the 5 of Wands, so I do feel there's definitely some it just feels like a sorting out, like trying to get on the same page. I definitely feel, yeah, I love that. With the Fool and the Sun, it feels quite positive. I just feel with the 5 of Wands, this person could be undergoing some type of challenge, or they're meeting a lot of challenges. They're trying to really sort through different things in their life right now. If this is not your parent, I feel this could be your child even with that, or just someone who's very prominent. So I feel whatever they're going through, maybe some work changes or some career shifts, or really trying to understand their place in the world, that may be affecting how they are interacting with you at this time. And I want to say to not take things personally, because I feel like they're undergoing this shift. They're undergoing some type of change. It makes me want to say they're going through a phase. Group 2. So it feels very reassuring for you, Group 2. It feels like the love is not lost. There's a lot of love here, a lot of deep care and concern here. Ooh. And I just feel like they're going through profound and significant changes right now. And it's really testing their strengths, I feel, and really trying to bring attention to what they need to put in place, what structures need to be established, maybe boundaries that they need to place with other people, or how they can establish better boundaries, or how to better assert themselves. I do feel like they're finding their confidence, maybe through trials and tribulations, but overall it feels like a very productive time of growth for them. And yeah, it just feels like they're on this quest for liberation and freedom from whatever has been restraining them, or whatever situations or dealings with others that have restrained their true expression. It just feels like they're really trying to come back to themselves, or discover who they really are. I do feel for you, Group 2, well, let me get the cards out first. Yeah, it does seem like a big time of all this Leo energy, all this fire. Yeah, I want to say you both could be undergoing changes right now, and I feel like it's just you guys are experiencing these changes in different ways. And with this person, I feel, if you feel as if they've been preoccupied with other things, or if they haven't been giving you the same amount of attention, the same amount of attention that you may be used to, then I think that's more so because they're really trying to find inner balance, and they're really trying to get a clear idea of where they're headed and what moves they want to make and how they can expand their world. I do get this feeling of being overwhelmed. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, I feel very overwhelmed. I do feel maybe a bit burnt out. physically exhausted. I do get with this Five of Wands, they could be using their body a lot physically, whether that be with their work or maybe they just work out a lot and they're kind of using that as a way to get out of this feeling of being out of control. It does feel like they're in this feeling of not having as much control over their life as they want to, and so they're trying to really see where they can have some level of control. And that's why we have the Strength card, because it seems as if they're recognizing what they can put their attention toward that will show results and that will show growth, rather than focusing on things that cause more chaos that they're not able to truly change within their life. Yeah, they could be wanting to travel or just try to expand in some way. I feel like they're really trying to expand, especially with the Empress. It just feels like a time of growth, like they're trying to grow as much as they can. And for some of you, maybe this relationship between you, it could feel as if there could be some stagnancy within it, or the Empress and the Hangman, they just feel like polar opposites of it. Yeah, I just feel a big emphasis on growth, and maybe they're not feeling as if they're growing as much as they expected themselves to, or as much as they want to be growing. Anything else? It's very interesting energy. I do feel like they're trying to develop their confidence and courage to take action towards the things that they want. That's very big energy here, trying to build up courage and confidence. Seems to be their main focus. Yeah, I do feel like they're not feeling very clear about their sense of direction. They're not feeling very clear about things in general. Maybe they feel as if things are a bit foggy, or like they're not able to really put forth their mind towards the things that they want to put their mind towards. And I feel like that's for the best. I think this is a time of really helping them to strengthen other aspects of their personality and not rely too heavily on one way of operating, because they could be used to maybe being very headstrong about things, or very focused on particular areas of their life. But I feel like this time is to help them expand their horizons and see where maybe they need to find more balance within where they put attention. Group 2. So I definitely feel like now the time of them really taking time out to rest, recoup, rejuvenate, because it does feel like they're always on in some way, or they're always trying to get things done, or it's like they always want to have a to-do list. But with the Four of Swords on the bottom, it just seems like they need to really take some time out to rest. And within that time of rest, especially with the Hangman, they can see a new perspective on life, and this can help them to have a lot more vigor and a lot more inspiration and drive to get things done. They'll be able to see a higher vision, to see a higher perspective, and to lay down the foundations that are necessary for them to move forward in the way that they want to move. But the issue maybe is the main issue I see is them not really wanting to take a break. And this could be rooted in them trying to distract themselves from maybe pain of the past, or maybe certain situations that have caused them emotional pain or mental worry. Yeah, I think it's a big time of them learning how to trust themselves and trust the decisions that they're making, and to see themselves in the true light that they are in. I don't know if I really said that sentence right, but I'm seeing it's just time for them to see themselves as oh my god, It's time to see themselves as who they are instead of this distortion of their worth, because I do feel like they may fall into this idea of, if I'm not doing this, then I'm not worthy of whatever. I don't know, like I have to do this before I rest, or I have to do this before. It's all these stipulations I do feel with them. And I wonder why you need to know this about them. Maybe this will explain why they've been a bit uptight or a bit disconnected or not as present. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I think that's all I really need to get with that. Let's get some advice for you about the situation, group 2, why don't we? For group 2. Interesting. So we have communication is key on the bottom of the deck, and a new romantic cycle begins, and believe in the impossible blue moon. So that's interesting. I'll be honest, within this dynamic, I'm not seeing romance at all between the two of you. I could be wrong, but it just doesn't seem like that's what's being highlighted. So perhaps for some of you, but for the most part, I do feel, since this is advice for you, I feel like it's asking for you to focus on building relationships outside of this specific one, and to not solely rely on this person for feelings of comfort or feelings of love, or care or concern. I do feel with this new moon in Libra, now's a time of expanding your network, expanding the people that you connect with, and this may be a bit jarring for you because this is a new moon, and the eclipse cycles as well may be very big for you upcoming. This reading is timeless, but in general, whenever you see this, I do feel like those will be important times for you, but it definitely is pushing you to expand your horizons in that way, and to trust in your own ability to expand. I do feel there's a mirroring happening between you and this person, but I do feel you guys are undergoing completely different processes, but it does feel like you should also shift your focus to what you want to ground, what you want to see your life transform into, and how you want your life to blossom and bloom. It feels like a very expansive time for the both of you, but there will be challenges within your belief in yourself, and within the belief that things can and will get better. So overall, it feels very positive and uplifting. I do feel like this dynamic is pretty positive and uplifting, but for sure, broaden your interest and broaden your hobbies, meet with new people. I do feel this is a time of working through any fears or working through any hindrances or limitations that keep you from connecting with others, because it could be rooted in this feeling of not being able to trust other people, or not being able to be open or receptive because you fear being hurt. But yeah, with this new moon in Aquarius, all these new moons, it just seems like now's a great time for you to not be so much in your head, but to really just be open and free in your connections with other people. I'm not saying that you have to pour your heart out or tell everybody everything about yourself, but you know, just joining new groups or organizations, or taking up opportunities to meet with new people would be a great thing, so that you have a greater variety of support that is available to you. So let's see what they would want to say to you to close out this reading, group 2. What would this person want to say to you, group 2? Aw, that's so sweet. Okay, we have I love you. I definitely felt that energy. Lots of love here. I love you, how dare you, why do you want me? I will read deeply into these cards. I want you so bad and I wish I could feel you. So I do feel like they miss you, they miss being around you. Like I'm saying, I don't feel, this feels very family or very like friendly. Like this is not, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like that. So I do feel like they want to connect with you on a deeper level, but it just seems like something is hindering them, or maybe they are upset with you about something deep down. Honestly, this person feels a little I want to say rebellious, but I don't know if I could say rebellious. They just feel like they're very stubborn, like my way or the highway. Especially with this take it or leave it here. It's like they say what they mean. This is what I said and that's all I'm gonna say. They don't really, maybe they do explain themselves, but it just feels like this is how I see things and you'll never be able to understand. That's when I get the energy of them. But it does feel like they miss hugging you, they miss being around you. With this I want you so bad, it's making me want to say, I do feel cooking came to my mind. Like maybe you guys have something that you give to them, or there's something about what you provide for them that they are really missing. But cooking came to my mind. Maybe it's food or maybe it's some type of advice that you give. And even with this I want you so bad, I do feel like they look up to you, and they may even, yeah, with this Queen of Wands, it's like I want to be you so bad, or I want to incorporate a part of your personality into mine so bad. But yeah, that's so cute. I love that. But yeah, take it how it resonates. I'm just feeling very platonic vibes in this reading. I don't even want to think otherwise. The energy doesn't even feel that way. But like I said, take it how it resonates, okay? There's a lot of love here. But that's all I have. Let me know in the comments how it resonated. Leave it a like if you enjoyed. And I really appreciate you. Hopefully I will see you in the next reading. Until then, you can look at the other readings on my channel. But I thank you for being here. So chat with you later, group 2. Bye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading on what you need to know about the person or the people you're thinking about. Hopefully it's just the person so we can keep it simple. But we're going to initially start off by looking into the Tarot of Mystical Moments to get an understanding about the connection between the two of you. Then we're going to look at what you need to know about them through the tarot and get some additional advice and see what they would potentially say to you if they had the chance. So let us begin, group 3, why don't we? The connection between group 3 and their person, please. This makes me think of that Bob Dylan song, The Times Are Changing. I do feel that your dynamic is going under, I want to say under construction, quite honestly, but I want to say it's going through this developmental stage, group 3. I do feel like there's been some type of external force that has shaken up the dynamic between you two. Maybe one of you are thinking about moving or changing jobs or careers, or maybe you just changed a major part of your life in some way. I do feel there could potentially be this element of feeling as if fate brought you two together, or there's this element of, wow, if I wasn't at this place at this time, I would have never seen you, I would have never known you. It just feels kind of serendipitous in a way. And I do feel like there's this very profound connection that you feel with this person. They could bring up feelings of nostalgia, even maybe you know them through some type of past connection, whether you feel like this is a connection you've been with in the past life, or if you feel drawn to some type of connection in your childhood or in your youth or just in your past overall. I do feel there could have been some disappointment within this connection perhaps, or just maybe not being very clear on the progression of things and not being very clear on what is happening. I want to say it does feel like there's a lot of things in the air right now, and it's causing a lot of internal reflection on your feelings and on how you want to approach this situation overall. I do feel like things are still developing though, group 3. It does not feel grounded 100%. We'll get more detail with the tarot, but I do feel this is a monumental time of change for you overall, and I do think this connection is aiding in some type of growth that you are undergoing as well, and helping you to reflect on potentially some past relationships and how you have interacted within them, and maybe where you would want to change your behavior or change how you interact, and also seeing how you show up in relationships. I do feel this connection here is causing a lot of reflection or causing a lot of internal processing, or really getting you to take a deeper look at your role in relationships and seeing if you are growing out of some outdated model or some outdated view of yourself, and maybe potentially growing out of an outdated version of the type of people that you attract. I just feel like this is a big time of growth and up leveling in regard to your relationships and in your life overall, but I do feel that this relationship is definitely going to throw you in for a loop or at least really get the wheels turning in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit. Okay, this also feels heavily based on a specific time frame as well, and I do feel a lot of aspects in this relationship are out of your control. So I got a lot from that. It feels very fast paced a bit as well, group 3. So I wonder the speed at which things are moving. Maybe things are moving very fast in this connection, or you want to move very fast, or there's something here with that. And I sense an underlying level of fear, like, why am I so drawn to this person? But it feels like you're going to come to understand that in time. So let's take a deeper look at what's going on here. Why don't we group 3? What does group 3 need to know about this person? What do they need to know about them? It's so interesting. Maybe there's this feeling of it's slipping through your fingers, or it's hard to hold on to. It's interesting. Yeah, we have the 3 of Swords. So there could have been some type of disappointing conversation you have with this person, or some type of disagreement, or not being able to be on the same page with one another in regard to where things may be going. I want to say there could be conflicting intentions or conflicting focus. I feel like their focus may be on different things. I do feel that there's a lot of pain associated with this connection. I do feel from them. And maybe this connection with you brings up lingering pain that hasn't been addressed because their focus has been on setting down foundations, or really getting things in order and having a plan and a vision. They feel like they really value stability and being able to show up and being able to provide. I want to say, whether that be provide assistance, provide support, provide nurturing, or provide finances, or whatever it is. I feel a part of them does not feel up to the task at this time, and I do feel on a deep level this is causing them a bit of turmoil, because I think they want to be at this level. They want to be in charge. They want to have their life together. They want to have their P's and Q's. I don't even know why I said that, but I do feel like they want to come off as this person worthy enough to support and to provide. But it seems as if they are not currently sitting in the energy. Yeah, I do feel there's a bit of indecision, or a bit of a lack of foresight. I do feel like they're caught up in this pain that they're feeling, and I'm not sure if this is because they feel as if there isn't enough willpower to go towards what they want. In regard especially to this connection, I feel that there's some hesitation, some worry about potentially being hurt or not seeing this pan out in the way that they want it to. I do feel like they have high hopes for things in life in general, but especially with relationships, I do feel there's this wanting to control how things go, or wanting to have an understanding of what it's going to look like before it happens. So that initial risk that it would take to be in a relationship, I do feel like they're hesitant in taking that because they fear it won't go the way that they want it to. I do feel like they lack a higher perspective at this time because they're so caught up in their own mind. They're not able to see a different viewpoint or a different perspective, and they're not able to see that things can actually potentially work out very well for the two of you. That's interesting that we have the Wheel of Fortune twice. Yeah, I do feel as if they feel, it just seems as if they're in this current cycle of life where things are feeling chaotic. They don't know what's going on. It's as if they're caught up in some type of confusion about something, but I do feel as if they perceive you as someone who is very clear about what they want, who is very open about what they intend, what they expect. I see that they view you as a person who understands what is going on and is able to utilize your intellect in a way that helps you to communicate efficiently. I do get a bit of them, they view you in a high regard for one, but there's this level of slight intimidation, group 3, and I do feel they know that your words are like a sword. Yes, with the 3 of Swords. And perhaps sometimes you may say things that trigger something within this person. And I do feel like both of you are initiators of change within one another's life. So I definitely feel like you've been a profound person that has revealed a lot to this person about themselves and about what aspects of their life they need to get together, essentially, or what aspects of their life they're not being structured enough about, or where they may be distracted, because they view you in a very, very high position, I want to say, and they even put you on a bit of a pedestal. And sometimes I want to say I'm not gonna I'm not going to interject my own opinion at this time, actually. But yeah, I do feel when people view others on a pedestal, it's hard to truly and deeply connect with that person because the element of humanity is a bit misconstrued. So I do feel like this person needs to work through some of their own issues or some of their own pain, perhaps some self-esteem issues that can help get this momentum going. But it does seem as if they are very drawn to you. They want to work with you in some way. They want to collaborate on this relationship with you, and I do feel like they have a lot of potential that they see in this, or they see a lot of potential. And I also want to say, yeah, I do feel like they are stuck in their own minds about something, and it's kind of hard for them to get out of this comfort zone. And maybe that comfort zone is painful, but that's all they know. And you offer this new opportunity for joy and excitement and love, but in order to have this, I do feel that they would need to work through their own pain. So that's very interesting. And that's a choice, group 3. It's a choice to work through your own pain, and sometimes people choose to stay comfortable within it instead of choosing joy, which means working through that pain. But let's not jump the gun. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Your reading is very, I kind of love it. It feels very growth oriented, and it feels kind of exciting and a bit dramatic, I want to say. But I hope you are doing well, group 3, despite everything that's going on. But I also want to say they find you very attractive as well. This doesn't have to be a romantic partner or someone that you're prospecting as someone that you would like to spend your time with in that way. But I do get vibes. I do get those vibes a little bit, so I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. But in any way, I do feel like you have a very attractive energy, and this person is definitely noticing that. Anything else? That's all I'm taking. Yeah, I do feel like they're coming to a new awareness of their feelings right now. They're coming to awareness of how deep their feelings may go, and I do feel they're in this tendency of ignoring their feelings, ignoring what they feel in general. I just don't, they kind of get like a bit of wanting to avoid the realm of emotions and pain, because there could be a lot of emotional pain that they're trying to run away from. But it seems like their intention is to overcome and plan ahead. And maybe for some of you this includes initiating some type of conversation, but I would say that's the intention. I'm not sure if action will be taken right now. Yeah, I don't think action is going to be taken right now, to be honest with you, group 3, because I do feel outside of their emotions, within their work life or within their career or whatever they're putting their mind towards to provide them with some type of stability, I do feel it's not reaping the rewards that they want at this time, and that's causing some type of stress for them. There could be some work issues that are keeping them from really engaging with you at this time. If you haven't heard from them, I feel like they're really preoccupied with other aspects of their life, and I think they just really need rest right now, group 3. They feel very overwhelmed, and there's a lot of pressure that they feel, and I do feel like they're in this moment of time of reanalyzing what they've been investing in and really trying to decide if this is what they really want. I do feel like they're in this moment of time of like, oh my gosh, my life is happening and I've kind of just been trugging along. I've kind of just been in autopilot, and now I'm seeing that my actions do reap rewards, and maybe I'm not so satisfied with what is bearing fruit right now, because it seems as if, I don't know, I just feel like this connection really got the wheels turning or something. It's like as soon as you guys met, like things just started I don't know, things start picking up, revelations started being had, whatever. And I do feel like they get this sense of needing to move on from an old version of self, move on from old past pain or conflicts that they deal with, or maybe other people's opinions that limit them, or expectations that they've had placed on them. There's like this pressure to conform, but also this pressure to break away. And I feel they are in the midst of a storm within their own mind, and there's not much energy to focus on anything else right now. Group 3. So yeah, this person's definitely probably not communicating with you all that much because they're going through some things, okay, group 3. And they really need to just take some time out to clear their mind and get a higher perspective of the overall situation in their life, and to really get a clear understanding of what matters. Because maybe they haven't taken the time out to really understand what they value, and if they've been working towards things that they value. But I do feel there's this very sweet connection between the two of you, but it does feel as if there's some type of disappointment associated with this current energy. So let's get some advice for you. Why don't we? Advice for group 3 in this situation, please, Divine. Advice for group 3. That's interesting. A fiery climax approaches with the full moon eclipse. So when I'm posting this, the nodes are going to be switching from Taurus and Scorpio into Aries and Libra. This year, this reading is timeless, but I do feel like these will be monumental shifts within this relationship, as well as within your life in general, and what you really want, and the doors that need to be closed as a result. Because with the full moon, I do feel there's this need to release something. Maybe there's pent up anger or resentment towards this person or others that needs to be reflected on and released. And I do want to say also for you to zoom out a bit, and to really get clear on what you really want and desire, and how you can prioritize yourself in a way that is not selfish or not too self-centered, but that is self-honoring, and that establishes healthy boundaries for you, so that you don't feel as if you're overextending or you're waiting around for something to happen, or feeling as if life is passing you by or something. I don't know what that energy is, but it feels very convoluted, and it feels as if it's a buildup of emotion that needs to be released. And maybe there needs to be a conversation. Maybe there will be a conversation with this person that really reveals a lot to you eventually, but I don't see that happening right now. But maybe eventually. Anything else? Interesting. And we have new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. So I do feel like your self-worth is going to be getting boosted throughout this time. I do feel in this midst of not being in communication with this person, it's going to prompt you to really reflect on what you want, what you value, how you feel valued, how you feel loved, how you feel cherished, what makes you feel safe and comforted, and seeing if the relationships in your life align with this idea of warmth and comfort and safety and feeling valued. Feels like a big time of reflection. And we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So stay steady, stay focused. whenever I see that card, that's what I think of. Whatever intentions you have for what your life is to look like, stay steady and stay focused in pursuing that, and do what you must do to ensure that your dreams do ground. So if you have an idea of wanting to start your own business, okay, how can you build a platform to get your message out there? How can you get your products in line, or whatever you're trying to establish? I do feel like, look at the practicalities that need to be addressed so that it doesn't stay in the mind, and take action on that. I love this cardinal energy, for real. Really shift your focus from others to self at this time, and how you can become more valuable within yourself, and what things you need to do that help you to be ready to accept what it is that you truly desire, especially from a partner or from any partnerships in your life. When you elevate yourself, when you take time to do things that help to make you feel better, whether that be trying to start a business or trying to clean up your eating habits or get healthier or get more fit, whatever it is, focus on that and really put your energy and effort into it. And as you do so, I do feel that things will align for you that help to reflect this newfound value that you feel within yourself. Group 3. So let's end off with some cards about what they may say, or what they would say to you if they had the chance. Please, let me see. That just flipped right out. Interesting. On the bottom, we have, I am on my way to you. So I do feel there is this strong drive to be in your space in general, but I do feel there's a lot of things in the real world that are preventing them from really focusing on that right now. Yeah, we have, I need to be alone. I see that with the Four of Swords. So I do feel like they're taking a lot of time to themselves right now, because they know that's what's best for not only you, but for them as well, because I just don't think they will be able to give you what you're looking for right now. And they seem to be going through a lot. And we also have, you smell so good. So I do feel like they miss being around you, and you have this sensual nature about you. I do feel like your skin is soft, your scent is decadent. Okay, group 3, I feel like you leave a mark on those around you, and it's hard to forget you. And I think this person is definitely feeling that contagious vibe that you have. So anything else they would like to say to you? Interesting. Yeah, I do feel this back and forth energy with them, with this let's just elope already, why do you want me? I feel like they're literally undergoing some type of change within how they view themselves. Maybe you're mirroring one of another. Maybe you're mirroring each other. Like, sometimes you feel the way they feel, sometimes they feel the way you feel, whatever. I just feel as if they need to really work on their confidence, okay? Because they're like, oh my gosh, I want this person, but I don't know. That's what I feel. And especially with this I like you, but it's like there's this hesitation. There's these safeguards that they have up to protect themselves, but I feel like they're really keeping out something that they truly want. We also have take me back, and you light up a room with your radiance. I love that card. I do feel like they see you in a very high light. I want to say an ethereal light. Okay, this is the ethereal tarot. If you're drawn to this, obviously you have ethereal qualities. Okay, but I do feel like they admire you a lot. They find you very attractive, and they want to establish a strong presence in your life, but I just don't feel like they have the energy, the time, or they perceive themselves not to have the energy or the time. And honestly, I want to say it's probably best that they focus on themselves right now, because it does seem like they need to get some things in order in their life. So whatever's happening with the Wheel of Fortune, trust in divine timing, trust that this is divinely ordained and everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to. And the focus for both of you is to be on yourselves at this time, so that if there is an opportunity in the future or in the near future or whenever the divine sees fit, then you'll be ready for whatever happens. But right now, that is not what the main focus is for you guys. I do feel the main focus is to improve the self. So I hope this was helpful to you, group 3. Let me know in the comments below. Leave it a like if you enjoyed. And I'm so thankful to have you all here with me. It's a joy and a pleasure. And I thank you so much for everything. Hopefully I'll see you in the next reading. Until then, you can check out other videos on my channel and enjoy those. But that's all I have, and I shall chat with you later. Bye, group 3. Hello, group 4, and welcome to your reading on what you need to know about the person that you have in mind. So we're going to initially start off with the Tarot of Mystical Moments to look at the connection between the two of you. Then we are going to ask what you need to know about them, then get some advice for you, and closing out, we'll see what they would want to say to you. So let us begin. For group 4, please, what is the connection between group 4 and their person? Interesting. Group 4, it made me think of that Jhené Aiko song. I think it may be Speak, but she says, I'm moving on, I'm putting on my free. Interesting. Maybe you guys are in separation, or this could even be someone that you had a past with. I'll get another card. I don't feel as if you guys are in communication, or if you are, it doesn't feel quite the same. I want to say it feels as if there's this looming energy of wanting to depart or wanting to be on your own. Maybe both of you feel as if there's things that need to be sorted out, but it feels like this energy of underlying things that have not been addressed. And I do feel that this is somehow disrupting the flow of the connection. And I do feel for one of you, or both of you even, it could be very hard to open up about maybe your needs or their needs. But it feels like there's this prolonging of procrastination within discussing something. Yeah, I do feel that someone has their guard all the way up. not just like a little I don't even know. I can't even say. I just feel someone doesn't want to let you in, or this could even be you. I'm even having a hard time coming with the words, so I do feel there's this blockage right now in the connection, maybe not being able to speak the truth, or not really have an idea of what's really going on. I do feel there's this energy of quiet chaos, like maybe internal chaos even, or just feeling a bit dissatisfied with what's going on in this connection. I do feel group 4, and I do feel there's this energy of wanting to either move through this time with this person, or move on from this energy, or move on from whatever you may still be holding on. There could be some issues from the past that are still being held on to as grudges, or a level of resentment even. but I do feel that perhaps one of you feels trust issues or has been dealing with trust issues, and it's been very hard to move on from this energy. It does feel, but there is this small feeling of hope, like maybe things will turn out better, or maybe things will eventually improve, maybe they'll change their ways, or I don't know, there's like this hope for things to change. But with the Four of Pentacles, I want to say let's really think about that. Let's get some, I want to get information. I just want to dive on in, like, let's just see what you need to know, group 4, because this energy feels a bit blocked. Interesting. So what do they need to know about them? Group 4, what do they need to know about them? We have the Three of Pentacles reversed and the Eight of Swords. Yes, someone's heavily in their minds. This person is not, I do feel they could be experiencing some type of financial constraints right now, or feel like their work situation is taxing on their mind, or they invest a lot of time in their work and they're caught up with something. Maybe they're encountering some work issues, or just not feeling very stable right now. They feel a bit stuck and trapped within their current situation, and I do feel like there's a lot of negativity plaguing their mind at this time. They're not able to see the truth of their autonomy. They're not able to see that they can make the changes that they want to see, or envision a better situation for themselves. I do feel like they're caught up in feelings of distress, but it seems as if they're trying to overcome them. However, their method of doing so may be with unhealthy coping habits. Whether that be in food or substances or drinking or addictions of any kind, or whatever. It's like they're trying to escape some aspect of their life that is displeasing to them, and I do feel like this is causing some disruption within the relationship. And I want to say, not only that, unhealthy coping mechanisms could be their work environment is taxing and they're going to become a workaholic. Like, I have to figure this out right now, I need to do this, or like an obsession with something. I do feel and I do feel like there may be a slight obsession with feeling successful, or wanting to have security and stability financially, and there seems to be some blockage in that area of their life currently. So let's get a bit more here. I'm sorry for any background noise that may be disruptive, group 4. Let's see. Well, that's very sweet. I do feel, group 4, there is a lot of love. Oh, my heart. My heart. My heart, for real, my heart. There is a lot of love. I just feel like life is really tackling them at this time, and I feel like they're not able to express this love they have for you in the ways that would help you feel seen, that would help you feel loved and valued. I do feel as if there's this sense that they don't have control over the circumstances in their life right now, or there's just too much demanding them right now, too many things wanting their attention. Maybe this is even some family issues that they may be dealing with as well, or extra responsibilities in the family or extended family, or some type of drama I do feel could be distracting them. But with this Chariot reverse, I do feel like they're trying so hard to keep everything together, but deep down, I do feel like they are undergoing a lot of mental pressure and stress. But I don't want to disregard how much love there is here, especially with the Ace of Cups. There is a lot of love here, and I do feel like this person has a lot of love for you. It's just very hard for them to express that right now, because I do feel like they view themselves as caught up in a lot of change. And I feel that for them, it's like, it seems like they just need some time. Yeah, that's what I really feel. They need some time. I don't think they have the words. They just feel very overburdened and stressed and taken over by certain fears they have right now. But I definitely feel like they need to take some time for a vacation or a spa day or a massage or something here for them. Anything else? With the Page of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, I do feel like they definitely need to take some time for themselves, because I do feel there's this fear that they may have around not having enough information about something. Maybe they are new on the job, or maybe there's just new responsibilities that need to be taken up or that need to be learned, and I feel they could be overwhelmed with how much they don't know, or overwhelmed by how much knowledge is coming at them at one time. Yeah, but with the Hierophant, we have the Hierophant twice, actually. I do feel they do want to spend time with you. And I do feel they're trying to establish a better routine for themselves, or get more grounded in their routine, or develop a set schedule for themselves to allow for more time to enjoy the time they have with you, or to enjoy their interest. But with the Nine of Swords, they do feel like they're recovering from, I don't want to say recovering though, because I don't know. It's like there is a lot of mental strain right now, group 4. So I definitely want to say, whatever is happening, please don't take it personally. I do feel that there is a very committed and devoted energy here within your group. They feel very loving towards you, and although they may have difficulty with expressing that, maybe emotionally they have difficulty in expressing that, I do feel like they want to be a solid presence in your life. They want to be supportive. They want to provide guidance for you. They want to be there when you need assistance. But I do feel that they are looked to by multiple people for some type of assistance. Yeah, I do feel like your person is very responsible and maybe used to taking on responsibilities that aren't necessarily theirs, and it just feels very weighed down. So I will get one more. Do I need to get one more? Yeah, see? I knew it. With the Two of Cups, perhaps this is someone you're already in a relationship with. I just feel like you might be going through some type of rough patch right now, group 4. Or there's just a lot happening within both of your lives. I do feel like, they are up leveling in their career, or they are up leveling in some way, but this is requiring a lot more devotion and energy to learning the ropes, to really getting grounded in their work with the Three of Pentacles, yeah, it just seems like there's some disruptive forces in their work environment right now, or in their life right now, and it's causing a lot more stress, as I said before. But the love for you is not lost. Okay, they're committed to you. I do feel there's a lot of love. That's all I can say. There's just a lot of love, and they're just overwhelmed. So if you feel like that's been what's been going on, like they've just been a bit distant, then this could be the reason why they're just overwhelmed. And it would be nice to have a conversation with them as well. I think they'll be open to listening to you and really hearing your concerns. I see the Lovers wanting to poke out over there, but yeah, I do feel they have a lot of love for you. So just to reassure you, group, for the love is not lost. Let me take a sip of water really quickly, please, you guys. And let's get into some advice for you on this. Advice for group 4, please. Yeah, surrender to the divine. Know that all is well. You are okay. Okay, group 4, work through your fears. Maybe you've been feeling like, oh, they don't love me anymore. Oh, they don't find me attractive, or they're doing other things. I don't know. There could be some fears coming up for you to address and release right now at this time because of things going on within this connection. But I want to say with the full moon, I love this card. It's very beautiful, very reassuring, very serene and peaceful. And I think this is just coming through to tell you that all is well. Ease your mind. Okay, that goes for both of you, quite honestly, but especially for you, things are okay. Group 4, that's just for you to know. Take it easy, breathe deeply, okay, and perhaps take some time to get grounded in some practices that help to reinforce this idea of all is well, peace is here, you know, like meditation or anything that aligns with you that helps you to feel at ease and at peace. Anything else? Oh yeah, we have full moon in Virgo. I was feeling maybe some self-worth issues being brought to the surface, of feeling not loved, or feeling overlooked, or maybe not feeling as beautiful because I guess you're not getting the amount of attention that you would want from this person. But with the full moon in Virgo, definitely this is a time of working through those issues that you have with yourself and recognizing that you are worthy of love, and it should not be dependent on others around you. They should only reinforce what you already feel within. So definitely with the the first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. I do feel that for you guys, that there is this rough patch that you're working through. But let us get one more advice card for you. And on the bottom we have nothing will come of this situation, so take that as you will. But personally, I feel this is about the worries that you have. So whatever worries, just know that they're a figment of the mind. Okay. But lastly, we have don't let pride get in your way. So I do feel if there's something that's keeping you from really expressing yourself to this person, it could be out of this feeling of, well, I'm not going to address it until they do, or I'm not going to say anything until they do. But it's like, set that aside and be vulnerable and open about what you're feeling so that you can nurture this connection of emotional openness and vulnerability that you want to have for a very deep and meaningful connection. It's very important to be open and honest about your feelings so that you can always have that feeling of safety with someone. So let's see what they would want to say to you, group 4. Group 4's person, what would they want to say Good force person. Force person, what do I want to say? I knew it. My life is a bit chaotic. If we had not already discussed that, group 4, you know, I've told you before, their life seems to be demanding a lot from them right now. And I think they're kind of cheeky. Like, they feel like a very fun flirt when they are more relaxed. And they're like, I hope you're single. So I think that's just like, you know, you fine. You know, you still are mine. Okay. So I love that. I am feeling romantic vibes in this. It feels like a committed relationship in this group, or at least working towards that. So this energy is fun, but I do feel like there could just be some things going on that are not so fun. Anything else for group 4? I wish I was there with you. So I do feel like they want more time with you. They want more valuable and quality time with you. But they may be putting in a lot of work in other places. See, your beauty captivates me. Okay, your beauty captivates them. Group 4, they want to take care of you. So beautiful. I need to face my shadow, and I can't handle this right now. I do feel that shadow energy with the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. They are facing some fears, maybe because they want to be that provider for you. They want to show up for you in ways that help you to feel nurtured and supported. But I do feel they feel extremely overwhelmed, and maybe like there's a lot of pressure put on them, and they're needing to face their fears and anxieties right now. So yeah, if they have been having frustration towards you, I do feel it's stemming from the stress that they have been encountering. So I just want to say, ensure that you're not taking these things personally, but express to them how it makes you feel, of course. But know that there's a lot of love here. I do feel that. I do feel that. I look for you everywhere. So sweet. I feel like they have a lot that they want to say to you, because I wanted to pull more cards, but baby, y'all need to have that conversation. Okay, y'all need to talk. So I leave it there. Okay, I love you all very much. I appreciate your presence here. It is phenomenal. Okay, let me know in the comments how it resonated. Leave it a like, subscribe please, and until I post the next video, you can go on to my channel and peruse and pursue any of the readings that you feel called to, and hopefully in the next one I'll see you. Until then, bye group 4.